Dr. Vandana Tatra, Anjali Vakiljan, Meenu Gaur. Gunjan Khan is brand expert, educator in advertising and communication. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's the last session, but not the very least, because these kind of study dialogues, the kind of conversations we have today, are the very least that we can do to keep bringing change in the sustainable world. I really want to thank Dr. Amit and Dr. Kaur for her patience and her dedication since the morning. I'm Gunjan Pai, and I want to, put across a new definition that we arrived with our topic today is women leading the green era through equity and empowerment, right? We've always been taught that green era is a time, it's a period. But if I were to say that it is a mindset, it is not a time from one period to the other, but it's really the way we look at our lives, the way we lead it, the way we build it. It is with this thought in mind that I, a girl from the mountains, some of my other friends are also from the mountains, and we live a frugal life. I decided to move to Mumbai as my current hobby, and I started a remote organization in the heart of Mumbai. Having known that this when you don't have to go to office and you can work from anywhere you want, you're able to cut down carbon emissions by as much as 50 to 60%, right? So when I did that, it was my way of contributing and making the world a little bit healthier today. Coming to equity, my team is an all women team, and we are women from all different walks of life. Equity is often misunderstood as equality, about giving everybody equal opportunity. But in reality, what it is really access to equal opportunity. So if there is a woman who wishes to caregive for her parents while being able to work in the best brands of the world, or if there is a woman who chooses to look after her child, or chooses to look after her aging parents, or just chooses to live alone, I just felt that that should not be a reason to keep her away from working in the best, opportunities as possible. And when I was able to provide that, that is women leading the way for other soul sisters to live in an equitable environment. This kind of, an initiative allowed me to create an environment where ambition could coexist with caregiving. And when, another statistic, interestingly and sadly also, is that women, as they grow, higher in corporate systems, as many as 50 to 60% women have to quit their jobs, possibly because of other responsibilities. And when, and this really requires the systems need to be changed. Better systems need to be designed so that, women can really balance the two. And when I was able to do that through my company, uh, that to me was being able to empower them. Today's world is one of hustle, it's one of racing, but I believe sustainability also comes by giving women an opportunity to hustle at their own pace, to make it a sustainable pace in a way that it can last for themselves. Um, and hence, I always ask that before building, can we sustain what we are building before building the new? I'll just close my address with a small but a very, very beautiful quotation by Jane Goodall, who says that what you do makes a difference. And so you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much.
Now, I'd like to invite Gayatri Subramaniam, who is CSR in sustainability and innovation ecosystem. Right.
Thank you. At the outset, I would like to thank WICCI for inviting me here today. I think most of the speakers have spoken what I had prepared to speak, so I'm not going to speak much. I'll just tell that being the part of the Evolvement of Companies Act, which mandated CSR, I was working at the Ministry of Corporate Affairs at that time. And as you know, the act evolved through participative process and all the stakeholders, women being the important one, contributed towards making it towards this paradigm shift, which mandated from voluntary to mandatory, the CSR and sustainability. So, but the reality is still women have not reached that leadership where they can take decisions, where they can make a difference. Though they are very empowered, they are very capable, but not empowered yet. I think you would know the difference. You are capable, but you may not be empowered. You may not be having that power to take decisions because it has to come from the system, from the policy at certain places, especially when we talk about and corporate sector, which is spoiling the environment, which is, as a previous speaker spoke about restorative measures and destructive measures. But it is talking about giving back to the society. So whether it is sustainability, whether CSR, it is giving back to the society. And I think unless and until we empower our women, we make them equal, because unless and until we do that, we will not be able to create that thing. And being I'm a part of era when sustainability was not much spoken about. Today I'm very happy to see so many women speaking about it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Catherine. I like to invite Dr. Vandana, who is into agriculture and soil scientist.
Thank you, everyone, and special thanks to WICCI for giving this opportunity to be here for the soul sisters and just to share my insights from the agriculture perspective. From afternoon, I have been listening so much about the greening, how different sectors they can contribute. But here I would just like to share what actually in the agriculture sector the women at the grassroots level are doing. And they need to be properly enhanced into equity as well as into empowerment also. So when we talk about the green era, first thing comes in our mind is that what? That are the different technologies, whether they are renewable energy or climate smart agriculture. But who is also just as important? And in India, women play a critical role. They are the custodians of seeds, the custodians of the soil health and the biodiversity. And major of the workforce in agriculture sector, they are in the background, they are the women. So we must focus upon the women. So if we also see in India, by 2070, we have a mission of zero net emissions. So it would not only be possible singly. There is a kind of a lifestyle which needs to be followed, which has to be followed with the environment. So for this, again, the women play a critical role in this. So what I feel is that women should be considered as the chief executive officers of local green economies. Only then we can lead to this zero net emissions. Being from agriculture background and from the skill ecosystem, I believe that there are three main critical shifts which needs to be taken here when there is enhancement in the equity and empowerment while talking about the green economy. So first is the precision technology and the digital gender divide. I feel that it is very much essential that we should bridge the digital gender divide. We need to equip them with the various digital technologies, digital apps, maybe at the farming level or at the grassroots level, so that they may come up to use them. And maybe like women run FPOs are there, women run MSMEs are there, but still they lack the information on the financial inclusion, financial literacy, digital literacy. So such kind of the gap could also be filled by women only as the frontline agents. And another thing is like if we go the example of the Namo Drone Didi, we can see how entrepreneurship that things they have taken care of further because they are empowered with equity, they are empowered with the capacity building programs. Similarly, if we go with the dairy sector, in the dairy sector there is a lot of methane emissions, but again, who has to be taught for that? Women. They cannot be segregated from the dairy sector because from the start till the end they are totally involved in this. Then we have to tell them about the nutritional tools which they are taking care of and then how it can help in reducing the methane emissions. Then there is the fishery sector. In the fishery sector, I just will give an example of the Odisha, where there is a Mission Shakti program is going on, where again that invisible workers from that Odisha, SHG groups, women groups are there. So they have again become the invisible from being invisible leaders to the leaders, and they are using the climate friendly technologies like solar dryers and hygienic cleaning for all those things. And the last thing is what I want to say is that women should always be there on the leadership table, whether they are the corporate bodies or whether they are at grassroots levels or gram panchayats. Because when women lead, when they lead the green transition, they don't just lead the sustainability. We all build an inclusive and resilient India. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your valuable thoughts. Now, I'd like to invite Anjali Makhija, who is highly respectable leader in social impact sector for more than 32 years. Over to Anjali.
Thank you so much. And you covered a lot what I wanted to say. So I have been working for the past 26 years in the rural areas in the area of agriculture and water. So I'll just touch upon two topics which probably were left out in what you shared. So India is a food secure nation we all know, but water scarcity is depleting at a very fast pace, and agriculture in India uses the maximum amount of water. India is one of the most water intensive agriculture economy. So a lot of work needs to be done in water intensive agriculture, and we have a model called Krishi Sakhis, what you were mentioning about women. Women are not even recognized as farmers. So we work very closely with women over 13 states in 4,000 villages on water efficient agricultural practices. It could be sprinkler, laser leveling, zero tillage, various kind of technologies, as well as climate smart agriculture. And Krishi Sakhis are basically the para agricultural experts who take the technologies to the last mile. And having said that, there is a lot of biomass available in the villages, so a lot of work can be done on vermicompost, a lot of work can be done on energy, biofuels. So I think for India to sustain its food secure, title and that state, it is very critical to promote water efficient agricultural practices. And women are the leaders in the agricultural economies. They need to be trained, they need to be empowered. They are already empowered. They already have power. I think what we just need to do is to that trickle that power from within. So just more power to rural India and more power to women farmers. Thank you so much.
Wow, superb. Excellent thoughts shared by you. Now, I'll welcome our next speaker, Meenu Gaur. And she reflects blends of science, management, and creativity.
I switched my introduction because I am Pankaj. So I start indirectly to cover the topic women leading the green era through equity and empowerment. To quote a line I read somewhere that the best leaders of sustainability are often the ones the world notices the least until their career changes history. My journey and work with communities have strengthened my belief that sustainability and empowerment must go hand in hand. For example, let us just imagine a group of village women standing in a forest, holding on to trees manage water, food, energy, and household resources with great care. They also carry traditional wisdom that respects nature and balances our relationship with the environment. However, empowerment alone is not enough. For women to truly lead the green era, we must ensure equity. I will take only 1 minute more. Women must have equal access to education, opportunities, financial resources, and leadership roles. When women are included in decision making, solutions became more inclusive, more practical, and more sustainable. My journey with those 12 women taught me that real change does not always start with big projects or large institutions. Sometimes it begins with one opportunity, one idea, and a small group of women who start believing in themselves. And from there, change spreads. One woman inspires another, one group transforms a community, and gradually a movement begins. If we truly want to build a greener and more sustainable world, we must recognize that women are not just participants in this journey, they are leaders of it. Let me conclude with a thought that I truly believe in. If we want to heal the planet, we must empower the hands that nurture it the most, the hands of women. Thank you.
Wow,
Thank you.
super, super. Big round of applause for all the speakers of this session. Thank you everyone for sharing such amazing and awesome thoughts with us. And I request Dr. to please felicitate us.
Here I would like to say that we are talking about green energy, women empowerment, empowering women. But green energy itself says that women are actually empowered. God has sent us empowered. Because being a botanist, when I used to do practicals in my college, we see the structure of flower, right? In the when we dissect the flower, what we see that there is a one stigma, style, and ovary, many anthers and pollen grains, and it is the choice of the that ovary, the female ovary which was there in the flower, that she chooses which pollen is going to fertilize. So she is automatically empowered. God has sent us empowered. So we just need to recognize our power to choose the things right, to do the things right, and to adopt the greener energy and be more healthy, happy, always spread happiness. And if you are flying, I must say we are few but we are very powerful. So if you are flying, take two other soul sisters in your hand and fly with them, and then two more, and spread on doing good with in the society. So the society and the place, universe, world is a better place to live in. Thank you so much. Thank you.
ये तो पैक ही है छोड़ दो ऐसे
Dr. Vandana.
सटा
Anjali. Everyone who is there, please come for a bigger group. Please come.
छोड़ो छोड़ो छोड़ो
Please all of them, please join us.